Hello, I'm BXToyCat, and welcome back to episode 238 of my Minecraft Xbox Update Adventures Let's Play. This is a Let's Play where I've been playing through the various updates that have come out for Minecraft on the Xbox 360, building stuff, killing stuff, and of course destroying stuff. And today we're going to be focusing on the Big Sky Castle. A lot of people asked me to do some more work on that. People really seem to like that, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. So yeah, that's why I'm going into these furnaces and just collecting all this stone. I really do love this furnace room. It has 15 furnaces, which is usually about enough to do like any amount of stone I need to in either 1 or 2 trips. And as you can see, I put this all in here about, like 5 minutes ago, and now I've got 10 stacks of stone that just fills up my inventory, assuming that I haven't forgot to check one, which I probably haven't. Oh, there we go. Which I probably haven't done now. So yeah, we got a bunch of stone, and we're going to use this to make that whole thing work. But first of all, let's go to sleep, because when I go to sleep, because the dog's positioned himself there, it's really creepy. You go to sleep and the dog's just like, I see you, don't worry, I'll keep you safe. And he's like a creepy owl that is paid to watch you. But yeah, that's what's going on there. Please do like the video if you do like it. Let me know you want to see more update adventure stuff. And yeah, let's get straight into the video. So basically, let's get to the tower first. There's actually a few ways I can get there now. The front gate doesn't properly work, so I guess I'll go through the back and actually make that happen. Because, I probably need to get some dirt for that. But yeah, so, it is, I didn't actually notice until, like, some background gameplay video that I made that front of the, the front of the castle, which people have been suggesting I switch to iron bars. I might just do that when the iron shortage is over. Basically, yeah, I just realized that I have a gate that leads to nowhere. Like, it'd be cool if the gate was crossing a moat, which I should probably make it do, but right now it's just crossing nothing. So, I could probably use ice to make that moat, but first of all, we're gonna work on the castle thing, and, in the meantime, I guess I should talk about what I've been up to this week, which honestly, another one of those weeks where there's nothing too amazing going on. I mean, it's a funny thing about YouTube, like, you can use YouTube to, make any week sound, or make any, part of your life sound amazing, and I actually see a lot of YouTubers do this. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but this week was mostly just a chill week. I went out a couple of times to get some essential bits. I made my first IKEA furniture. That was, that was an adventure right there. And, yeah, that's, wait one sec, let's, do this. So, yeah, as you can see, one of the advantages of classic crafting, just being able to make 4 stacks of stone brick that easily. And what we need to do with these is we need to make just this whole place here, because I don't know what's actually going to be inside this main place. I really don't, but I know I need to keep it separate from the rest, because that's just the cast I'm going for. I'm making up the cast as I go along, and, hopefully it turns into something cool. So, yeah, I mean, there's a chance that this might inspire you, but maybe it's just here to, for me to place a bunch of stone blocks. And it's cool that I just have so much stone that, like, this is a lot of stone to be placing somewhere nowhere near any stone mine, but to me, it seems like a reasonably fun task. But anyway, yeah, let's focus on actually doing this, and, yeah, let's continue what I was saying. So, I lost my train of thought what I was saying, but it was something probably not too important. Hopefully not. I mean, maybe I was discussing the cure for insert bad disease here, but maybe I was just discussing some cats videos or something. But yeah, one thing I want to talk about is actually to do with it was about how YouTube, like YouTube is kind of this weird lens where you can show people whatever you want from your life. But yeah, today was actually mostly a chill week, which is something I think everyone needs to have, or maybe it's just me because I'm like reasonably introverted. But like just having time to be like, I'm a chill now. I'm just gonna not really do too much and just do some stuff. Like, particularly playing video games. Like, I picked up something that I don't really get to do too much as a YouTuber, because I spend like a decent bunch of my day playing, Minecraft, obviously, because that's what I do. It's fun. I like it, but it means I don't play as many games as like I used to. Yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I just decided to pick up StarCraft 2 for the first time and just see how that went. And it was fun. Like, I probably won't play that game for an extended amount of time, but because it was free, it was just a fun little opportunity to play a game that I, again, probably won't play again, but it's still pretty cool. So yeah, that was my week in summary. Let me quickly move on to something else that I started to talk about, but then remembered my original point. And that is actually kind of the speed of technology. Because I was thinking about recently, I was going to make a comment about how if you don't know, that before widescreen. Okay, wait. So basically, right now you have a widescreen TV, most likely. If you don't, look at your phone and notice how when you tilt it sideways, unless it's like an iPhone 4 or something, from 4 years ago, it's kind of like it's not a square. It's a rectangle that's mostly long with a little bit of like wide, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, the point I'm trying to make there is that's kind of the size that all video comes in. That's the size this video you're watching on YouTube is coming in. This is a 16:9 video. And the thing about that is 16 by 9 is kind of just the stepping stone between where we were before that, which was 4:3, and basically, like something actually good. Like in the movies, you'll notice they use a different thing to that. And the point I was going to make with this is I was going to say like, do you remember when we switched over from, standard definition to, like, HD, where it was actually widescreen? And I was going to be like, oh, actually, most of you might not remember that because it was so long ago. And then I realized, I checked, YouTube switched over to widescreen in 2008. Until 2008, it was still in non-widescreen. And to me, that's such a wacky statistic. And I was just like, oh, that's kind of crazy. So yeah, the point I was just trying to make there is technology is going so fast. And I don't know if it's going faster than any point before. Also, let's quickly check if this looks okay. It looks okay enough. I mean, it looks weird. Something's off, but yeah, that's good enough for me. But yeah. Like, I don't think there was any generation before this where you could reliably say that. I'll just patch this up. It's getting in my way. But it's weird that just so much has changed just between when I was born and now. Like, I don't know, like, most people, there's a significant change in your lifetime, but for me, it's feel like there's been so many significant changes, and I don't know if that's just because I'm me, and of course I want to pretend everything's significant, or not. I don't know, but I just thought it was really cool that, because the rate of technology is picking up, at some point we'll be in an age where, but it's always been a common problem when you do something in, like, computer sciences, by the time you're finished, you're, like, kind of almost out of date. Well, we literally be in a point where, by the time you finish, like, right now, by the time you get, if right now you're watching this video and you want to do something to do with computers, the computers you get a job with will be entirely different, like, structurally speaking to right now. And we'll get to a point where, like, even by the time you do, like, a 2-year course, your knowledge is outdated. Because to me, that sounds a little crazy. But I guess once we replace people with robots, then that's all those problems gone right there. So, yeah, I actually need to work out. Also, what's that single block doing down there? Like, it feels a bit out of place, if you ask me. I'd not let's just leave it just in case. And also, whatever. It all makes sense at some point. So let's actually focus on one of these towers because they're going to be pretty important. So I guess we'll make a staircase up to them. Because I need to work out exactly what these towers are going to look like. And I guess what I'll just do is I'll give them the like the pointy tip type deal, the one I use for my boast belief game mode. So I don't know if you know what I'm talking about there, but if you don't, basically, yeah, we'll just do something like this along the whole thing. And it's going to waste a lot of stone, it seems. But then we should be able to, like, kind of close it off. And these will be, like, cool little... I guess I could have flags on top of them, too. Everybody loves a flag on a tower. It's funny, I've actually built several... Like, usually when it comes to building something in Minecraft, I build something that's so different to what you most would expect. And it's kind of cool in that way. But, at least that's what I like to believe. Like, I don't like building things that have already been built. But it seems like when it comes to castle building, I might just be a pro. Not to toot my own horn, except that's exactly what I'm doing right there. So yeah, we're gonna run into a problem where it's actually like a square right here already. So I guess what I do from here is I raise it up one. Oh wait, no, from here. So we drag out this step, then we can just go like this, and then we put one block up here, and we could build a flag on here later. But for now, like, it's at least finished, and something seems off about this to me. Like, I'm looking at it. I'll look from over here. Something does seem slightly off. Maybe a flag would improve it. Maybe it's not meant to be like. Maybe it should just be, like, kind of its open stack. I don't know, but I'll leave that there for now, and I'll see if it grows on me. And in the meantime, let's place all of this stone that we just have lots and lots of all over the place then, shall we? So, yeah, apparently, I learned this from the comments section. Apparently, these, these little, like, edge wall things, or like, the tower things are actually called turrets, which I don't like calling them that, because when I think turrets, I assume, like, most people from, who play video games, like, you assume, like a mounted gun that fires by itself, like an automatic gun, if you will. But no, apparently that's not what a turret is. So, you learn something new every day. Maybe a turret is named after that. It's actually kind of funny, like, there's loads of things that are named after things that if you know recently, you won't know that. So, for instance, I don't know if you might have heard this term, but when people say this, the word segue, like, they're like, oh, I'm going to segue from this. And I assumed that the word was, like, kind of a clever pun on the fact that the Segway was a pretty popular device. But, no, apparently a Segway... Oh, wow. Did you see that water get kind of glitchy? I know, apparently a Segway is actually... It was a word before Segway, and that's what Segway was a pun on. And there's just so many weird things like that where... one thing becomes more popular than the thing it's named after, and it gets really weird. But yeah, that's that. So one thing, by the way, if you're wondering why there's just big piles of water here, I can't really answer half that, but to actually get these, so get to those blocks down there, because I was an idiot and made the walls first, the only real way I can actually get to those is once I have these in my inventory. I have to, like, place a bucket of water down and then follow it down. So let me just show you right here. I have to place the bucket of water and then place it from below like this. If you're ever in survival and you're like, oh, I need to fly to get there. If you need to go from underneath, but you're already above something, you can actually. Oh no! You can actually just do this. So make sure you don't fall out of the water, or you will probably still die. I've always thought it's a little weird that even if you fall on ice, which I wouldn't from here, but if you fall on ice, it doesn't count as water, even though it's just hardened water. So that's a useful little pro tip that might save your day one day. But yeah, so and if you're wondering how it turns into that, for some reason, every now and then when water comes down, if you don't stare at it, it'll actually turn into a because there's like 4 blocks there, as you can see. They can turn into a source block, and then they create havoc. But hopefully that doesn't happen here. I think I'm going to get rid of all the snow ever. And just look how like far spread out that whole thing goes. It's crazy. But yeah, so let's go down a bit now. So if you are getting 60 FPS, you probably did notice the frame rate just dropped there. I don't know exactly why, but I guess it's something to do with the amount of water on screen. So yeah, that's something worth bearing in mind. Anyway, yeah, we need to work on the front now. So we need to do this for all of them in the end, basically, which is something I'm going to do. The most important ones, though, are these ones, because these are ones I see from over there, which is the main angle I look at this, and it's just always irked me. So I'll do one more, just to get, like, more of this done. So we'll see. Oh, wait, we'll start with the corner over here, and then we'll just try and move on. Oh, wait, no, there's some done here. Never mind, I'm good. So I'll just do these ones, because it always annoys me when I look from my house, and I'm like, why are those ones out of place? Because, you know, I really like the idea of this pattern. I just didn't execute it, apparently. Which is something you probably should do. If you have an idea, always execute it. Which sounds like I'm saying, you know, you should shoot it in the head while it's not looking. But I do actually mean just do it. Which, you know, that's a whole own thing, isn't it? So, yeah, there's just a cow trapped up there. I might smooth out some of these mountains. Or even this mountain right here is one I kind of want to get rid of. Or at least hollow out, like... I'm not really sure. Like, those mountains, it makes sense. They're part of the mountain range. But this one here just kind of gets in the way a lot. So I'm going to have to consider exactly how and what I do with that. But first of all, let's go to sleep. It's getting dark. Nobody likes the darkness. I mean, monsters like the darkness. Ooh, but yeah, nobody actually likes the darkness. So, yeah, I do need to work a way onto this thing. I don't know. Oh, I just threw a stack of dirt by accident. Oh, 2 dirt. Wait, did you see that? It looked like way more than 2 dirt. Oh, it's just... Okay, whatever. It looked like more than 2 dirt. But, yeah, we're going to work out a way back onto here. We might make a frozen moat around this thing. And maybe that'll be a... Oh, there's a skeleton standing next to my bed. Well, I guess we're having a bow fight. Oh. It looks like I'm winning the bow fight. So, that was easy enough. Was expecting a bit more resistance, I'll be honest. Let's go to sleep, and then I guess let's work out how we're doing this. So, I do want to have some form... I think I'll have a frozen moat going around the entire thing, because, you know, if it's a floating castle, why not have a floating moat? And having floating water is tricky, because if something glitches, it all falls down. Whereas ice, as long as I don't put water, any, you know, source of light near it, which I think the sun doesn't count as one, then we'll be good there. So, I'm just going to chop off a little bit of the mountain here, in a nice, inconspicuous way. Or I'll do it from the back here, just where it's not as noticed. Just grab a few blocks of dirt, just so I have something to, you know, climb up onto there with right now. And then we'll get back to actually making the inside bit, because that's the exciting thing right there. So, yeah, I guess we'll place a block, then we'll have a staircase going up into this thing, which won't make a lot of sense with frozen mode, but whatever, we're doing it. So, this is what we're going to have right now. It's clearly missing something. It's missing a little bit of charm, but it is a staircase up there. And then I think... I'm almost sure now I'm going to have like a frozen moat around the entire thing, because it'll add to the atmosphere, I reckon. It will be like I literally transport like a castle from somewhere and just put it on a mountain, which I think's a cool enough idea. I could even actually like remove the mountain at some point and make it even less like that, or maybe I like it being like perched, but it's like it's, you know, balancing perfectly on the mountain. I like that, and I don't like that I've created such a big shadow that loads of mobs spawn. But you know, you can only deal with so many issues at once. And speaking of so many issues we can deal with at once, let's deal with this front thing here, because I want to make this at least slightly symmetrical before today ends. So let's grab stone. let's split it in half, and let's grab some more stone and do the same. So yeah, I've been enjoying my manual crafting experience. A lot of people, every time I do it, people are like, Toy Cat, why are you doing that? Did you know it's less efficient? There's like this big war between the crafting systems, and to me it's just like, I don't really care. You can craft however you want, sir. Or madam, even. And that's just kind of the attitude I've had towards it. And I think that's the easiest attitude to have. Just don't worry about other people and how they craft. Just let people craft to their heart's content, which is probably could be used as something or other, but whatever. So one more thing I want to talk about before after that whole like super widescreen thing that happened. Actually, did I mention how it was 2008 that YouTube went widescreen? I hope I did, because that was something I found out like a couple of minutes before I started the thing, and I was like, I need to mention that because that's mind blowing. Because that was literally 7 years ago, and it felt like it feels like it's just always been widescreen, but it's only been for the last 7 years. But anyway, let's move on from that point. So I can actually talk about something that I thought was kind of funny, where it's like I was recently I invested in the environment. It's a little bit more complex than that, but basically I invested money in the environment recently, or not recently, like maybe a year ago. And after I invested that money, basically, again, these details will sound strange, but it's just for the sake of the analogy that there is some actual complexity behind it, but to save you the effort, then the environment was like, oh, we need these details from you, and I literally couldn't provide those details to the environment. Not that I'm actually dealing with it. Again, just go with the analogy for now. And therefore, I didn't have access to I didn't have access to actually remove the money, so the money's stuck invested in the environment. So does that mean I'm the one saving the world from climate change, or does that mean that like I got scammed by the environment? Because I really can't work out exactly how that works. I mean, should I feel like the environment ripped me off and maybe shouldn't be trusted, or should I feel like I'm the world's savior? I really don't know. But I just thought that was a weird little point. I was like, I generally don't know whether to feel like mugged by the environment or not. So that's an issue I'm going to have to deal with. So this goes up 2 more blocks, and then that's where the whole, like going inwards thing starts. I don't know if I want to do that here yet, so I'll just leave this at the right level, just so it sticks out and you see it. Because if I compare from the front, I'll be able to see like which one I like the look of better. Because bear in mind, I can also add flags to that one, whereas this one... Actually, I could just have this one flat, like, cover the top up. I don't have to leave it hollow. Actually, I could leave it hollow because no one's going to be up here. But yeah, let's go back down here and let's start covering this thing up with the stone. So, yeah, even though I think that was 12 stacks I brought with me to the start of this episode. Maybe even 13 stacks if I'm right. I've managed to use that many stacks of stone up an episode. And it just goes to show in Minecraft, when you've got lots of blocks, you can use them really quickly if you really want to try. And that's just kind of an interesting thing to know. So, yeah, I really do like the look of this outside castle after I put the stone down. So I'm going to do this just the entire thing, or as far as I can go. I don't know if I should have, like, a gap where, where that little entrance thing starts, because I don't know if I want that to be inside or not. I could always try both and then go back if I don't like it. Actually, I think that does make some sense. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and do that. Just to make things make a little bit more sense. And then I'll have, like, a proper staircase up to the roof at some point, but for now... It's just going to be a bunch of blocks in this way right here. Just so we have this front part covered up. And then, it looks a bit more like a castle. Because people have been complaining about it. Well, not complaining, but people have been asking and saying, like, Toy Cat, why is your thing just not done? Ever since I started this, which was just a fun project. Oh, ow. Probably should look behind me before I do that. People have been like, where's that going ever since I started? And to be fair, how did I just do that? Like, I wanted to stand at the edge, and I just didn't. So let's try one more time. I'm not going to use crouch mode just to prove I can do it without crouch. So we just go there, and then we place the block. There we go. But yeah, so I'm glad I've got something that looks like something now. Any progress is good progress, and I think this is any progress at the very least. So yeah, I'm going to leave those walls like that. Actually, I'll leave them like that, just so if you want to jump over them from up here, you probably can. I feel as though it makes a little bit of sense like that. So, there's still some divide there, so you don't accidentally fall off. But at the same time, and you also can't be knocked back into it. But at the same time, it doesn't feel like there's just, 2 parts of the castle. There's the inside and the outside, and they are separated, but not by much. And I think there's something beautiful about that. Or maybe there's not. I don't know. That's just my opinion. So, yeah, as you can see, we've got all of this stuff done now here. Let's get rid of this block that's just kind of chilling there. And yeah, this is just about done here. So let's go look at the front and let's decide. I think I'll let you guys in the decision as to whether we should, as to whether we use, the which type tower we use, I guess. So we need to stand somewhere back where we actually have a view of both, which I think, well, yeah, I think this mountain's the only place where I have a proper view. We'll raise it up by 1 block. Yeah, we'll have like this can be the viewing block. So yeah, I'm looking at the left one and I don't really like it. I'm not sure. I think maybe they both need to be taller. Because that, like, you know, I kind of like the idea behind it, but it just looks, you know, it doesn't look right. But at the same time, the right one doesn't look too much better. Let me know what you think, and I guess I'll consider those comments. But yeah, also that block, that like half slab is just way off. Like it's not even trying. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below, and we'll pick one. I don't know which, and probably next week I might not be doing this again because, you know, some people might not want to see the floating sky castle. Let me know down below what you would like to see next, and we'll do that too. So thank you all for watching the video. If you did like it, please do like it and let me know. Share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.